Welcome to the Santiago Bernabeu. It's match day 5 in La Liga Santander 2016-17, and we're offering you tonight Real Madrid against Villarreal in what could be a historic clash for the Blancos. The 27th of February 2016 in this very stadium. Atletico Madrid beats Real Madrid 1-0 with a 53-minute goal from Griezmann. Since then, Real Madrid have played 16 Liga games and have won all 16 of them, tying the record of Pep Guardiola's football club Barcelona. Tonight against Villarreal, they have the chance of breaking that record and maintaining their 100% record at the top of the table of La Liga. It's going to be a tough one though. Villarreal presenting a pretty much full-strength team. Fran Escribá, he's had his problems since taking over on the bench at the club from Castellón. Dos Santos combines nicely with Benzema. Kovacic wide to Marcelo. Benzema makes a run into the box. The BBC are all there. Gareth Bale, well, he's headed across the goal by Jose Angel, punched away by Asenjo. The danger still latent, but no, it's a throw into Villarreal. Well, the cross was a good one and Bale's leap was impressive. Marcelo's ball there to the far post, and in fact Bale did get his head to it, Benzema too, and it's just scooped away by Asenjo.
Bruno and Victor do a decent enough job there on Benzema to stop enough power behind it. It was a good knockback from Bale, really working out for them.
How things have changed. Meanwhile, Manu Tragueros is going to try a shot, didn't quite catch it, but he has got a good right foot from that kind of distance. The first time Villarreal have made turns away from Danilo and James, finds Trigueros. Lovely little flick from Castillejo. The shot from Cherichev. This time Kiko Casillas had to work. He palmed that one over the bar. Despite all the work at the other end, I think that's the clearest chance of the game so far. Lovely little back heel flick from Castillejo. It was a patient build-up. Cherichev didn't think twice from right on the edge of the box, forcing a save and a good one from Kiko Casilla.
You want your keeper to make, but it's a good save from Dennis, from Kiko Casilla. If they can win this, bearing in mind that after this game finishes in the Camp Nou, it's Barcelona against Atletico Madrid. One of their two rivals, if not both, are going to drop points.
A big chance from Ronaldo. He's not too happy with the final decisions being taken, and he's having a word with the referee.
I think that's what he's saying there.
Well, let's see. It's good work from James there to force his way free. And I think Ronaldo has been penalised for the push as the ball comes over.
If you see that, Jose Angel puts a bit of an arm out and then Ronaldo gives him a bit more back. It's what you'd say, 5-1. You know, he inherited a good side. He inherited a team that was well put together, and by Marcelino, obviously got sacked just before.
Gareth Bale tries the shot. A low pile driver was always going wide from Asenjo's goal. Well worth the try, but so far we're still goalless in the Bernabeu.
You can see it coming through something like that, can't you? Rather than like a shot from 25, 30 yards. Yeah, I think James, look at James there. I think that's one of the reasons why we're hearing the whistling. I think it's because Asensio.
Inside, here's Cherichev again. Through the middle to Sansoni, who miscues it, but it's gifted by Varane to Trigueros. Trigueros got a shot from there. Looked like handball. There's a huge appeal. Penalty. What colour is the card for Sergio Ramos? Was it going goal bound? Let's have a look. Trigueros is known for that kind of distance. The yellow card is out. Well, we're going to have to, with the replay, Paul, the handball seemed live to be absolutely 100% clear.
Well, he got away with a blatant one at the weekend, didn't he, against Espanyol, which would have been a second yellow card. It's a bit of a sort of forcejeo, as a sense, but let's have a look at this. The question is it in the area?
I love the way he pretends he's holding his head because he's being elbowed as he goes down. It's a well-struck shot from Musacchio. I'd really like to see it from a different angle to see if it's going on target.
I think it's going pretty close to target.
The opportunity now for the captain and club legend, Bruno Soriano. 1-0 to Real Madrid. A Panenka to take a penalty. Well, you need nerves of steel to take a penalty like that in the Bernabeu. He waited until Kiko Casilla went the other way, chipped it more or less down the middle, doing a captain's job there. Real Madrid find themselves 1-0 down. The 45 minutes are up, and Villarreal get their noses in front. Bruno Soriano.
Should just explain to people who were saying, when Simon was mentioning a red card, FIFA did change the... I think he might be a little bit lucky in that.
I think he's lucky. I think it's on target. I'm convinced.
FIFA did change the penalty red card rule over the summer. They changed it. So if you make a foul that's not a violent foul, you know, when you think you could be going for the ball.
I just want to interrupt, Paul. That's a superbly taken penalty. We've seen players of the quality of Zidane do it in World Cup finals. The man Panenka who gave it his name. And, well, he manages to find Danilo. Danilo's cross takes a deflection, and in the end, it's turned away for a corner by Victor Ruiz.
Villarreal now are claiming for a foul in attack. Let's have a look at this, right? Drops it here, drops that.
James turned it back to Ramos. No, that's...
Nah, it's not a penalty. He's got his arm. If it hits his arm, it's right by his side.
And it's Ramos up there for the equaliser on the back post. Sergio Ramos. And the controversy is served. Should he still be on the pitch? 47 minutes, nearly 48. You were saying in the first half, Paul, you've got to be really careful of Real Madrid in the last few minutes and in the first few minutes after the break. Ramos has done it again. Game on.
It's good movement around the back, isn't he? Musacha just loses him, the Villarreal number 5. Watch.
I'll tell you what, that's a brilliant header from Sergio Ramos.
Oh, he does it so well,
but the way he angles it down, sneaks it in there in the just inside the post. A bit of a nightmare start to the second half. His success in going past his man as yet. Here's Toni Kroos.
You could make an argument that he should be the player substituted, but I bet he isn't.
Gareth Bale on the overlap. Dani Carvajal, it's a good cross. Ronaldo can't reach it on the far post. He appeared to clatter into that post with his knee.
That's his knee. I mean, he's had problems with his knee, hasn't he?
Well, fortunately, he gets straight up to his feet. There was a collective sigh of relief as Sergio Asenjo helped him up. Obviously not serious, but I think more than suffering, he's annoyed at not reaching it. There's a question of whether he was onside. He just caught it with his left foot, didn't he?
I think he doubles his knee a little bit, but if he's had ligament problems there, then... And I still get the feeling, looking at play, that I don't think he's 100% fit.
I'm certain he's not, I really am. I think it would be fair to say he hasn't been 100% fit for quite some time now. But a Cristiano Ronaldo who isn't 100% fit is still Cristiano. Trigueros does well, but in the end sets it up nicely for Benzema. The finish from Gareth Bale. He tried to place it with the inside of his left foot. Had all the time in the world to pick his place. Good work from Benzema, holding off 3 men there. He didn't have too much time, Bale, perhaps, because getting across there to cover was Jose Angel. But that's a huge opportunity for the Welsh. Picks out Samu Castillejo. Castillejo driving, he tries a curling shot, bounced awkwardly. Kiko Casilla needed a couple of grabs too. Nearly 68 minutes on the clock. Here's Castillejo's attempt from the previous attack. It just bounced really awkwardly for Casilla. Morata is presumably going to be Benzema or Cristiano. Meanwhile, Kroos with the cross. Benzema up for it. That was never going between the going below the bar. Benzema looks over at the bench and I think is jogging over. Yes, indeed. Alvaro Morata for Karim Benzema. Change number 3 for Zinedine Zidane.
Of course, it was the first substitution in the first half, so...
It's Toni Kroos. Still Kroos, he's going to try a shot. It was an awkward one, and once again, Asenjo struggling to hold on to the ball. Seemed to take a long time to grasp it once he spilt it. Kroos' shot was, well, a bit of a daisy cutter, really. Bouncing awkwardly, swerving horribly. And in the end, Asenjo just had time to manage to grab it. Varane, Carvajal, Basquez, decent ball in, and the header from Morata Forces a fine save from Sergio Asenjo. Is a really intelligent little movement from Ronaldo there. And, well, Morata did just about everything. Penalty area. They get it away. Carvajal drags it back for Ronaldo into the hands of Sergio Asenjo. That was Ronaldo's chance. That's the nearest he's got to scoring all night. And that's why you can never write off Cristiano Ronaldo. That was just such a be able to maintain this tremendous run of wins. It looks like they're not. Figueros, and there's the final whistle. Well, the Bernabeu and the Madrid players, Paul, were never going to be happy whenever he blew the whistle. He seemed to cut off a few seconds, and there's a yellow card for Carvajal for dissent after the final whistle. Final score in the Bernabeu: Real Madrid 1, Villarreal 1.
Yeah, I mean, Madrid pressing, but let's say, real credit to Villarreal. I thought they defended tremendously well. Victor, Mutaccio and Bruno, outstanding, but everyone did a good job. Yeah, Villarreal, once again, either taking off where they ended up last season. Good performance from them. And now, obviously, Barcelona and Atletico Madrid will be thinking, ooh, we can do something here to close up the gap.
Well, as the players trot off the pitch, we're going to see if we can grab a word with a couple of the